I think this one is I think it's showing fear or lack as something. They flashed me a scene where I was all set up. I mean, I must have won the lottery or something. Like my bank account was overflowing and never ending. And I had the most magnificent home right by the beach, and it was spectacular. And I was very, very comfortable in life. I was rooted in the community. It was a lovely, friendly, happy community. I mean, everything was just blissful. And I was so at peace and calm. But I didn't have a partner, but I had a lover, and I was fine with that. And what I found very interesting and true in the whole thing was, God, how do I say this? So that was the case, and that felt fine. It's like you don't care when, it's almost like, that's the wrong way to say it. It's like when there was no lack of anything. I had no lack in my life. It was like I was fully balanced and everything was blissful. I was able to choose freely, right? Which is the case. And but then they brought me back to the present moment, and it's like the current burdens, struggles, overwhelm I have. And then they brought me a lover, and I was like, I'm not interested. It was like, you know what it was? Yeah, it's like I don't have time to give that any energy when all my energy needs to go to these burdens, this stress, this overwhelm. And so it was interesting in that it's usually two heads are better than one, and why not have some fun? And yet, what is that? Is it a fear or is it experience? Like, I don't have time for that, because giving any energy there when there's never a guarantee, it's like taking a chance on love or something where it's like, oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have that luxury. I don't have that luxury. It's all kind of ironical, right? Because then it's like, well, in not taking a chance, it's like you lose time and opportunity, but I guess it's just whatever your focus is. I think the overarching message is when we are it's deprivation, lack. It is like fear, like you have fear in you when you're in lack, when you're in deprivation, when you're in overwhelm, when you're stressed, these types of things, then you're not as free. It's like you're acutely aware of the limit of time, resources, energy, like all these things. So being that aware of that lack prevents you from living. Again, we know all these things, but it does feel like, sorry, I'm just going to have to say, they also keep showing this is why, like really wealthy men, it's like once they have reached that pinnacle in their life, you do sometimes see them with like a Barbie doll or something. It's like they just don't care. It's like they didn't really, it's like, what is that? I was going to say they didn't really get the opportunity for love in their life because they had always lived in lack, and then they finally get money, so then they settle for lust. But they just don't care. Something there. There's something there. It's interesting. That's a whole nother discussion, I feel like. But at the same time, it's the same one, because they had me. I guess it is the same one. That is interesting. Because even in the vision, they had me totally set up and balanced. The lover I had wasn't my partner. It wasn't, forgive me, it did show it more like a toy versus a real loving partnership. What are you telling me? Is that something deep in my subconscious? Is that you can't have it all? Is that, do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like it's some message from my subconscious about, did I put it in this one? Or there was another one I had just recorded recently about, like, is that a problem deep in my subconscious that you can't have it all? Like, what was the other one that came out? It was like, you can either live and love your life or you can chase love. Right? Like, it's kind of that same message here, I think. Right? It's like, I can either be fully balanced and have everything in life, but not true love, or you can search for true love and take a chance that you'll have everything. Fuck. I can speak on that, but I can also understand that if there's a deep hidden, if that is a deep hidden that is now being revealed or brought to the surface, that could have been what's been blocking me. Not believing, well, then it would be not believing I was worthy of it all, right? Right? Like, that's that deep-seated shit that we can intellectualize and be like, no, that's not the case. I know that, but sometimes it'll work its way to the surface and you're like, what the fuck is that? It doesn't feel like it's a deep-seated thing, but maybe it is. I mean, yeah, so I'm like literally searching through my files over here in my head. And I'm also trying to think, I don't know that I've ever seen or know, do we have examples of anybody who has it all? Right? Like, I'm trying to think even in the public eye, like, I don't think I know anybody who has it all. Well, you've heard me say this many a times. There is nobody I know or even in the public eye that I want their life. There isn't a life out there that I have been impressed by, or I almost wish there wasn't a life I envied or could look up to or aim for or desire to have, right? Because it'd be nice to have those models out there that were like, that's real love, that's everything, that's spectacular. I'm like, I can't recall anybody ever. I don't know anybody, and I don't think I've ever witnessed it or seen it. Even, I'm just trying to think, there has to be some famous couple, right? Like, isn't there anybody we can look to? Is there nobody we can look to who really love one another and have everything? Who are truly happy? It's fucked up, right? I mean, I literally can think of no one. Boy, I wish you all would leave comments if you know of anybody who has it all. They are madly in love and they have everything they've ever wanted in a loving partnership and relationship and life and all of life, and totally balanced, and they're just the epitome of the perfect couple. Something for us to shoot for. I'd love to hear it and see it. Or is that part of the problem? Is like, are my standards too high? I don't think so. Because I'm not looking, the reason I said that is because I did hear myself say at some point perfection or perfect couple. It's like, I just mean in one's own meaning, it feels blissful. It feels amazing, right? Like, there is no such thing as perfection or we'd be dead, right? Like, that's a stop in time. That's an end point. So, we're all a work in progress. We're all becoming who we are each and every moment. I just mean happy along the way together. I don't know, there seems to be something here that needs to be ripped out or looked at or something. I keep wanting to say it has to be some like fear or some lack. Yeah. Or just not around enough of the right people, right? Like, yeah, like if you're around people who are bitching about their lives or bitching about their partners or bitching about all this stuff, it's like, oh, no one's happy, right? Like that's just miserable. Who wants to be around that? It's like that's what leads me back to I'd rather be alone than be with somebody who's bitching about me or isn't standing up for me, who isn't loving me, who isn't speaking highly of me as I am of them, right? Like it leaves an icky taste in one's mouth. But that's not what they're all like. It's not. It's really not. This is why it's important to choose who you surround yourself with and what are they cultivating. Are they loving themselves and working on loving themselves so much that they're easily loving their partners and speaking highly of them? Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, this could go on for days. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. If you would like to support this channel, you can find more information in the notes below.